Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It is a new week here in Call of Duty, and that means we've got several new updates inbound. It's actually, all things considered, a pretty busy week. We have multiple new updates dropping. We actually saw some new updates and reveals go live over the weekend as well. I do want to start with an update from something that took place over the weekend, and that was the major PlayStation outage, where PlayStation Network was down for like a full 24 hours. Pretty crazy situation, but it has now since been fixed. We covered that in a video back when it was starting to come back online, but I did say I'd update you guys if anything else surfaced from the situation, and it did actually. So if you are a PlayStation player, PlayStation does say network services have been fully recovered from an operational issue. So that's what they're calling it. They're not saying it's a security issue or anything like that. We apologize for the inconvenience and thank the community for their patience. Hey, I want to thank you guys. They got me a free donut. Also, all PlayStation Plus members will automatically receive an additional 5 days of service. So network went down for 1 day. Everybody who is subscribed to PlayStation Plus gets 5 days of service compensated for them basically there. So quick little update for that. Cool that they did actually give something back for the weird 24 hours of basically not communicating anything just while the entire network was down and everyone's going, what's going on here, guys? And they were just silent until it was resolved. So definitely some good news there. We also got a couple of announcements from COD updates in regards to some future fixes that are going to be coming to Black Ops 6 and Warzone here pretty soon. Hopefully sooner rather than later, because these are pretty important things. For instance, here they do say for BO6 and for zombies specifically, we are investigating an issue where the zombies leaderboard overview screen is only displaying solo stats instead of combined solo and squad stats. So in general right now with season 2, the leaderboards seem very wonky because they're just like not updated properly. They've taken away kills and score from like the global leaderboards. The zombies leaderboards, as mentioned here, are not displaying the correct stats. So basically don't trust what you're seeing on the general leaderboards right now because they don't seem to be accurate whatsoever. But this is an issue they're aware of, and they will have a fix for this coming relatively soon. The next up here, definitely one that's probably a bit more important because it affects everything in the game, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of surprised it took them like a week plus to actually acknowledge that this is an issue. But they say for Black Ops 6 and Warzone, we are investigating an issue where some players with controller inputs are intermittently unable to swap weapons or apply armor plates. So you just get stuck with whatever your primary weapon is. This can happen after you parachute, after you interact with something, after you come out of the water, or whatever the case is. It happens a ton, and it's been a major problem since the start of season 2, and they're only just now starting to address it from this past weekend. So definitely looking forward to this one getting fixed because it's been a major hindrance to gameplay where you're trying to run around and you get stuck with, you know, your sniper or your LMG or your rifle out, and you just can't push close range because you're not going to be fast enough to take on an SMG, or you run out of ammo, you can't switch to your secondary since of course that's faster than reloading. Just a major problem with gameplay there. So they are looking into that, and hopefully we'll have an update for that one here soon as well. In general, beyond the COD updates tweets though, we really haven't seen too many changes with the Trello boards for multiplayer zombies or for Warzone here. Mostly just all the stuff that we've covered previously. Several pretty important things are still on here though. Mountaineer being completely busted, loadouts being reset, you not being able to tack sprint correctly because your dedicated melee is not coming out correctly, the swap issue as mentioned there, and issues with self-revive not showing on the teammate widget, like all sorts of pretty important elements of gameplay, whether it's HUD being incorrect and just straight up gaslighting you, or fundamental elements of gameplay just not working as intended. Warzone's still very, very buggy right now. So hopefully this week when we do see some of our content updates, which we're getting into next, hopefully when we see those drop, we also see several updates here and several fixes here end up getting pushed out because they are much needed currently. Of course, if there are any patch notes that end up dropping or Call of Duty reveals any other upcoming changes, you guys know this is the place to be to stay up to date with everything going on in Call of Duty. So feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. Every day we are getting closer and closer to 1 million subscribers. And if you guys enjoy this video or the information, a like rating is always seriously appreciated as well. It truly does help grow the channel. So much love to everyone who takes the time to do so. Now, as mentioned, we also have several different content updates dropping this week as well. Thursday and Friday seem to be those main days for the content updates this week, but as mentioned, it's possible that we see other changes go live, and those can happen really any day at any time. They love to drop surprise patch notes, typically like 10 minutes after I upload a video, because then I got to come come back and sit down and record a new one, right? But that said, later on this week, starting on February 13th, so Thursday, we are going to see our next new event drop within BO6 and Warzone, and this is the Shadow Hunt event. This is going to include 7 unique rewards that are actually given by completing certain challenges. So this one's not going to be like the Terminator one where you just have to collect skulls, although that is still going on. That'll be going on all the way until the 20th with Season 2 Reloaded. But this one is just individual challenges. So there's going to be specific ones, do X, do Y, you'll get this individual reward. We are going to see a couple of unique rewards in this one, including the binary trigger mod for the Tanto, then also the TR2 marksman as well. So we're actually getting a full-on new marksman rifle with this event. So I know I've seen a lot of questions. What's going on with the FAL? Where's that? I thought that was supposed to be dropping. That'll be available first to earn on Thursday here with this update. There's a good chance that it'll be available through the event once you go through and do those challenges, but then I have to imagine they're probably gonna drop a store bundle at the same time because they love to just negate the entire event and give you the reward outright. So we'll have to be on the lookout for that. But yeah, full-on new marksman, and then of course a new aftermarket part is coming with this first initial update this week. But beyond that, we also have a secondary update this week, and that is the Valentine's update. We just covered some of this in a video a few days back, but for Valentine's Day this year, they're actually doing a bit more than they typically do for this holiday. It's not like they ever go all out super crazy on Valentine's Day, but for whatever reason this year, we have a couple of special LTM updates going live. So third wheel gunfight's going to be debuting. They say not everyone is hungry for love. Some people just want to do things their own way. In third wheel gunfight, you can now bring along that untethered friend and duke it out 3v3. So instead of 2v2 gunfight, it'll just be 3v3 gunfight on all those gunfight or 2v2 maps. So a little bit of an upgrade in the chaos for that mode. There's also couples dance off dropping with Valentine's Day. They say this one is strictly for duos. Compete in a mosh pit of 2v2 face-off modes, including face-off TDM, Dom, and kill confirmed. So 2v2 team deathmatch, 2v2 domination, 2v2 kill confirmed. If you and your duo were just trying to run some lobbies, this will be the LTM for that. There'll also be some other store bundles, and I imagine gimmicky stuff like that for Valentine's Day, like this dude with the heart-shaped head and the heartbroken hoodie as well. That'll be a store bundle and whatnot. So we'll have a couple of content updates dropping throughout the week. They haven't said specifically if it'll all be dropping on one day or if it'll just happen as the holiday rolls around. We see our Thursday update and potentially that Friday secondary update with this stuff as well. Another thing to look out for, though, when it comes to this week, which could really happen, I guess, on any given day, is the start of the Season 2 Reloaded marketing. Throughout this week, we are going to hit that 1 week out mark from Season 2 Reloaded dropping on the 20th. So on the 13th, that'll be that 1 week mark. Of course, if you do the math, 7 days, crazy, I know. But with that, typically the marketing for that next major update, either a seasonal launch or the Reloaded update, starts about a week out from that update dropping. So the Season 2 Reloaded blog, they did already confirm is going to be happening with its own specific reveals. Like it'll be stuff we haven't seen on the roadmap or in this general blog yet. For the Season 2 content, it's going to feature new weapons, new modes, maybe some other surprises as well. So the Season 2 marketing should reveal some interesting updates for the second half of Season 2 and potentially even our very first teasers for Verdansk as well. So lots could be coming with the reveals for that. We'll have to stay tuned. And of course, you guys know, if you want to stay in the know, stay up to date with absolutely everything going on in COD, this is the place to be. So feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and if you enjoyed this video, a like rating on your way out would be really appreciated. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.